Option Stalker has been nailing earnings trades all week. I sent you a video on Wednesday and showed you a 50% Netflix winner. I sent you a video on Thursday showing you a 130% winner on UAL. Yesterday, Friday, we had another nice winner in CLF. We are finding these every single day. So let me take a look at the market with you. And here you can see a 100-day moving average on the S&P 500. We had a breakdown below that 100-day moving average and very steady selling on Friday. This was Wednesday. We poked above the 100-day moving average and we were really rallying strong. So we had a nice tailwind to help fuel these earnings trades. Now, ideally, we want to trade with the market. And when we do that, and we've got a stock that's running higher with a market tailwind, we can really make some nice money, 100, 200% very often. And I like to trade in the money or at the money options that are going to expire in a few days. So I'm trading weekly options. Let me show you how easy it is to find these stocks. So I'm going to put up my custom search engine and I'm going to mark option liquidity. I like liquid options. We have a way of finding them. I'm going to click weekly options because I like to trade weeklies, and I'm going to click post earnings. So Friday morning, this would show me stocks that have announced after the close Thursday or before the open on Friday. So this is the first opportunity that they've had to trade. I also, on a 5-minute basis, want to see a bullish trade signal. I want to see strength versus the SPY, and I'd like to see a stock that's compressing. All of these are very important in the pattern that we trade, and I also want to click stock greater than prior day high. Now this would be a bullish search, obviously. My reasoning is that if the stock can take out the prior day's high, there's a good chance that it's gapped higher after earnings. I want to trade with that gap. There is a discovery phase that's taking place. The news is out. Buyers are in supporting that stock. And so I want to ride that tailwind. I would click scan because I'm recording this Saturday morning. It wouldn't return any results. But when I did yesterday, CLF came up right at the top of the list. And there are only 2 other stocks. So there's not a whole slew of stocks that you have to go weeding through. And also, I can let the search continue to run. And as new candidates come up, they will populate. I simply save it in the Option Stalker platform, and then I select it, and as a new candidate comes up, I'll see it pop up. I'll show you something really cool. I actually added this search to our chat room. So I'm going to minimize this, and this is all real time. So my servers have real-time data. The results come back instantly, so it doesn't take long. I'll also mention that everything that you see here in Option Stalker has real-time data in it. So you don't need to subscribe to a separate data feed. It has real-time data. So let's put up CLF. Here you can see the 100 and 200-day moving average. This is a compression. Yellow dots equal a compression. You can see relative strength right here. So we have horizontal breakout, breakout through major moving averages. We have the stock gapping higher after earnings. These are all the ingredients we need for a great trade. So when I looked at CLF, I could see the stock moving higher. And let me overlay the SPY. This gray line is the SPY. On a 5-minute basis, you could see how the SPY was selling off. If this stock had run up and it were all fluff, sellers would have been in pounding bids. Bam, 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 bam. But they weren't able to knock the stock back down. And that is a true sign that buyers are lined up. Every time a seller comes in, there's a buyer to meet that seller, and the stock never has a chance to retrace. It wants to go higher. So here we've got it compressing. We have relative strength. The orange line is above the 0 line. Again, all of these proprietary indicators are included in Option Stalker. And I'll teach you the pattern. In fact, I've got a whole video tutorial section that shows you this pattern over and over, and it teaches you ways to set up searches that'll find it. So we have a buy signal. We also have something we call a negative divergence here, where the red line is below the blue dotted line. This is a pressure indicator. So this stock has a monkey on its back, yet it's able to tread water in a weak market, and it's able to move higher. I bought these options. It was about an hour after the open. I paid 77 cents for them. They were the April 27 expiration, $7 calls. They were in the money. The stock was right around $7.70 at the time. And I could see the market was selling off, but this stock had such a strong bid to it, the market simply had to stop going down. I didn't need a huge market bounce. I just needed it to stop going down. You can see as it compresses and it starts to come up, here the market simply stops going down and the stock takes off. So it went up to $8, and this was the perfect exit point. So you had a compression up at the top. There's your yellow dots. You had a sell signal from the system. You had the stock losing its relative strength. So right here it actually goes negative versus the market. So you had every reason to exit the trade. Plus you had a market that was starting to really sell off again. So take profits up here. That was about a 30% winner. Very easy. Took about 2.5 hours to unfold. It's not just earnings plays. We find stocks every day that have this particular pattern and that are strong relative to the market. We use our indicator right here, have a buy signal, and have that divergence that we're looking for. It's that easy. Earnings season is just starting to crank up. And next week we're going to have a ton of earnings announcements. All you need to do is configure this search and wait for the results to come in, bullish or bearish. It works well on the bearish side as well. And now that we have the S&P 500 below the 100-day moving average, there are going to be some great trades setting up on that side of the market as well. So it's going to find these trades for you. And let me put up my chat room very quickly so that you can see what that looks like. We all know the pattern here, so it's laser focused. We're simply posting symbols, and when somebody puts a symbol up, we bring the chart up and we go, there's the pattern. So you don't need to have a great big explanation on what your entry and exit plan is or why you feel this stock looks particularly good. We've already been through that. This Stalker training section has all the videos to teach you how to find this pattern. It's really easy. I also added post earnings search right here in the chat room. So as bullish and bearish stocks start coming up next week, you'll see them populate here, and this will refresh about every minute or so. And I want to show you, I start off with extensive market comments each day, keep us on the right side of the action. As I scroll down, got GE I liked, ETFC was another one that came up on the search. Should take a quick look at that one, so I know that was a nice trade. CLF, half hour after the open. Bought GE, which actually I ended up doing okay on it. I made a little bit of money on it. Bought CLF. CLF ended up being a really good trade. I did not take this ETFC trade, but it turned out to be a good one too, and it was also on that search. We also have the market rating in the chat room. This is a predictive indicator, not a reactive one. And then we have the signals from our system on a 5-minute basis to a 1-hour basis. And we're constantly talking about market conditions. Everything we do starts with the market. So very important that we're on the right side of the action. So with earnings season coming up, I hope that you join us. We're going to be finding a lot of fantastic trades next week. Thank you.